Welcome back. So, to keep the tradition of family films going, since I reviewed the last film that you saw in that review, we're going to take a look at another family film, this being the sequel to Bruce Almighty. That movie was released in 2007, and that movie is Bruce Almighty. Excuse me, I'm tongue-tied. It's Evan Almighty. So, yeah, this is Evan Almighty from 2007. And not Bruce Almighty. Bruce is not in this. So I got the two confused. I do apologize if I called it that. But anyways, yeah, taking a look at Steve Carell, Morgan Freeman, obviously, and Evan Almighty. This was actually a pretty funny movie. This actually is not as good as Bruce Almighty, but a very funny film nonetheless. So this is a sequel, but in this one, Evan leaves the news station and he gets a job going to Congress. He becomes a Congress and he's elected now. He's elected Congress, and his whole change the world. Turns out he gets this kit to build an ark. So in the film, he's not sure what to do with the wood. Then it turns out he's actually going to build an ark, but they don't want people to know that. So they said they ask questions, tell them it's flood is coming. This actually also, in addition to Steve Carell, Morgan Freeman, we also get Laura Graham, John Goodman, John Michael Higgins, Jimmy Bennett, and Wanda Sykes, and also Jonah Hill, among others. This movie is a lot of fun. Hang on. I hope you can see that. I'll go move that. Yeah, that's better. I had to rearrange my chair. But yeah, Evan Almighty is a good flick. I do like Wanda Sykes. I think she's the funniest character in the film. John Goodman's good. He plays another Congress who's going up against Steve Carell, telling him that his idea is going to be different. But he's basically he plays Congressman Chuck Long, and he is actually he's the slimiest congressman. Like I said before, John Goodman was great. He always plays sort of politicians or just slimy people in general. It's good to see like that kind of role with John Goodman, or any other role he's good at. He's always good. But I really think, though, this is really good. This is more religion. The original Bruce Almighty was just flat out in your face humor. This is geared towards more of the religion factor. In fact, they toned it down from PG-13 to PG for this one. It's actually also done by, as usual, Universal Pictures and Spyglass. But also original films have made. Original films, there's a few that would go on to make the Fast and Furious films. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. Though, can I say, is there any negatives I can easily say? If I did, there's very far and few between. Yeah, it's more family oriented though. I'm down there. Like Wanda Sykes is also the other person that made this movie work. I thought she was really funny, and the fact she uses humor. Although one line I like the most, she says, "You sound like You sound like Evan Baxter, but you look like a member of the Bee Gees." That to me is very. She saves the movie what would have been close to being just a mediocre comedy. Would I say this is better than the previous film I reviewed, Doolittle? Oh, definitely. Definitely, in my opinion. But this is still very funny and very good film. So definitely check this out. One interesting fact is that the widescreen in this is a 235, and opposed to the original DVD of Bruce Almighty is in a 185. So, yeah, you could probably easily say that in a sort of way. In terms of special features, I forgot to mention special features on the last one, but in terms of actual special features, you're actually loading. It says flooded with bonus features. You get deleted scenes, outtakes, Animal Unsaid 2x2, Animal Roundup Game, Steve Carell Unscripted, The Art Insect of Noah's Ark, and much, much more. There is more, but I didn't really spot anything. But, yeah. basically, if you know the whole story of Moses, this is basically just he later eventually becomes Moses. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but his idea is he only has a certain amount of days to build an ark or it will flood. And yeah, the whole cast was great. As I said before, Steve Carell was funny. Wanda Sykes is good. I even thought John Goodman was a lot of fun in this film. Like I said many times, John Goodman is pretty much good in anything. Like the humor works with what he plays. So yeah, so I'm holding this DVD a lot, and I'm asking myself, final verdict: should you go see Evan Almighty? If you like Bruce Almighty, definitely watch this. Is it better than Bruce Almighty? No. Bruce Almighty is a comedy classic indeed. This is a good sequel. Not gonna narc on it. I was laughing and howling like a fool at times where he has to go walk around the robe. So he puts on his suit and tie, walks out, he's totally naked. So he runs back in thinking he's going to try to put that, but he's totally unclothed. Then he puts on the robe, then the suit, walks in, and then he's totally back to wearing the robe. It's crazy for what it is, but in a sense, it's a funny film. There's not much in the way of discard, but I guess I'll show you the artwork, though. Like I said, I was actually going to go see this with my grandmother in theaters, but sadly I didn't know. And like I said before, not much in the way of discard, but you probably see that right there. Yeah, I totally remember when this DVD came out, though. I actually had a loose copy, but I picked up a complete copy to replace it. So definitely check the film out. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm sure kids are gonna get a kick out of this film, and they're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So it's a good family film. Definitely check it out. I don't know if this DVD. I know it's on Blu-ray, but I don't know if that Blu-ray might be out of print. I'm thinking Mill Creek might put it out someday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's about it. So that's my review of Evan Almighty. If you like what you said, click subscribe button, click the bell, tell me your thoughts on this film, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with the next review. Take care.